and welcome to this week's YouTube Live. If you're new here, I go live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I'd love for you to join us. Invite your crafty friends to join us as well. As you're watching, please say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. Even if you're watching the replay, I love hearing from you guys and knowing what you've been up to. Don't forget to give me a little thumbs up or a heart and let me know in the comments below what you think of this video, and share and like as well, okay? If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a video notification. So today we've got a fun card using a bundle from the May 2025 online exclusives, the Sweet Jar bundle. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to put this card together. But before we get into that, oh, hi, Barbara from Franklin, Massachusetts. Hi, Lori from Minnesota. Welcome, welcome. So we are already on summer break here in Central Florida. I think I told you guys that. We're, I think, the second weekend now. We went to SeaWorld last week. That was lots of fun. We're just kind of enjoying the weather. It's been raining the last couple days. It's finally clear and sunny, but we needed that rain. It's been hot and humid here. Hi, Roz. Welcome. So it is, I forget. It says it's 81 here, which is a nice break because it was in the 90s last week and so hot and humid, especially when we were walking around SeaWorld in Orlando. We were sweating buckets. So it's nice to get that kind of a break. I actually walked outside yesterday and I said, man, it feels really cool. And my watch said it was 78 degrees out. So it cooled down just a little bit, which was really nice. So what do we have going on this week? Oh, we're probably going to go bowling. My son is doing a bowling tournament on Father's Day with some of his bowling buddies, and we're going to watch him all day long. So now that he's not in his weekly league, we need to kind of give him some practice. So we're thinking about doing like a family bowling day tomorrow, and that'll be lots of fun. So yes, Roz, melting in Melbourne, Florida. I believe it. We needed that rain. So hi, Joyce from Long Beach, California. Are you a demonstrator, Joyce? That's where On Stage is going to be next year. I'm so excited. I love California. I lived out there almost 20 years ago, and I was so excited when they announced that On Stage was going to be in California next year because I loved California when I lived out there. I can't wait to go back. It's been, I think, 2005 was when I left. So yeah, it has been 20 years. I love it out there. It's so pretty. Oh gosh. All right. So the big news, I'm sure, that's on everybody's mind is tomorrow is a big BOGO sale. So at the end of this video, we're going to talk about that BOGO sale, go through some Q&A. So if you have any questions, save them for the end. And we'll go through all of that because I know it's a little confusing the way it's worded. And I just want to make sure you guys are ready to go for that tomorrow morning when that comes out. So, Joyce said she's excited about On Stage. Yeah, it's right down the street for you. That's awesome. I keep hoping that it'll come to Orlando because that's like an hour from me. So I would love that, but that's awesome for you, Joyce. Roz says she can't wait to go to Long Beach. Her son lived near there for a few years. Oh, that'll be so nice. So you're familiar with the area too, Roz. That's awesome. All right, so I am going to flip the camera around. We're going to go over a couple updates, and then we're going to do our card demonstration. And then, like I said, hang out towards the end so you can get that. We can participate in that question and answer session for the BOGO sale because we'll do that at the end. All right, let's flip the camera around here. I bet the weather is nice out in California right now. All right, so this month I've partnered up rather with my friends in the Papercraft Collective, and we have a new tutorial bundle for you featuring the Notes and Totes bundle. So if you would like to purchase this, you can purchase this for $20 in my online store. There's a link in the description of this video where you can purchase it, or you can earn it for free when you spend $50 in my Stampin' Up store now through June 30th. And the card that I made for this is this one. And it's hard to see in the picture, but the sunglasses are actually shimmery. So I show you a little trick for all that in the video tutorial. So if you'd like to get that, like I said, you can click on the link in the description of this video. There's a link to purchase this directly for $20. You get 7 there's cards and 3D projects. So you get 7 project tutorials for that Notes and Totes bundle, okay? You can purchase it anytime. Like you can still purchase my, what did we do last month? I already forgot. Oh, the Cheers and Sips. That's still in my PDF store as well. So you can purchase those anytime. It's just if you want to earn it for free, that the Notes and Totes one is you can earn it for free in June, okay? Oh, thanks so much, Roz. I was really excited about that card when I came up with it. I was like, oh, I love it. All right, so tomorrow, this is another thing you might not be aware of, but there are going to be new products added to the Last Chance products list. And these are part of that BOGO sale. And again, we'll go over that at the very end. So just something to keep in mind if that's not on your radar, maybe you weren't aware, but tomorrow, Last Chance products will be updated, okay? So just keep that in mind, make a note for yourself. You tried to order the stamp bundle, but it's unavailable. Oh, really, Joyce? The Notes and Totes or the Cheers and Sips? I haven't looked at the inventory in a little while, I guess. So again, this starts tomorrow, the Sweet and Sweet products, buy one, get one 50% off. This is what we'll be talking about at the end of the demonstration. So stick around for that and get your questions ready. We'll be going over this at the end. Okay, I'm gonna put this off to the side. Oh, Notes and Totes is unavailable. Oh, I'm not surprised. That's very popular. I mean, they both are, but okay. If you aren't aware, I offer a monthly subscription, card kit subscription called Stamp Camp to Go. You can join at any time. For the most current one, you need to be subscribed by the first of the month. So the one for June just closed out yesterday. So if you subscribe now through July 1st, you will be subscribed and signed up to enjoy the July Stamp Camp to Go when I announce those details, okay? But you can subscribe anytime. It is a little bit of a savings. You get a 10% savings when you're a monthly subscriber. And after 6 consecutive months of subscribing, I send you a $25 Stampin' Reward as a thank you for being a loyal subscriber. It's a great way to get new inspiration each month featuring a specific bundle. The one that I'm doing for June that just closed out was the Impressions of Bloom bundle. I usually include about half a pack of paper cut down to 6 by 6 and usually ribbon and embellishments that go with it. It's any coordinating products that go with it, but you get about $20 to $25 worth of product with it. So it's a great deal. And like I said, this is about a 10% savings over just purchasing it as a one-time purchase. So if you're interested in that, that link is in the description of this video as well, and you can subscribe anytime. And it's a lot like Paper Pumpkin, where if you decide, oh, I want to skip this month, you can easily skip it in your account, or you can reach out to me if you need help skipping. I can do that too. All right, there's about 1 week left to sign up for my Summer Fun Craft Retreat. And we are using that Notes and Totes bundle for our main projects. And I have 2 add-on classes available as well. One featuring the Sweet Jar bundle and one featuring... oh, what's the other one? I just lost it. It was in my head. Sweet Jar. Oh, Coneflower Celebrations is the other class. I have paired up with some of the girls from the Papercraft Collective to bring you all of those tutorials. And you'll get pillow gifts. There's a retreat gift. You'll have video tutorials for all the projects, but the main projects are the Notes and Totes, and you can add on those other 2 classes, like I said, featuring the Sweet Jar bundle or the Coneflower Celebration. So there's a link in the description for the retreat with all the registration details. Once you register, you send your payments separately. So registering is just picking out what you want to sign up for, and then your payment you send by either cash, check, or I have a PayPal link that you send friends and family, so I don't get charged any additional fees, because that really kills the ability for me to give you guys some awesome gifts during the retreat. So like I said, Sunday, June 8th is the last day to register. So if you're interested in that, make sure to sign up ASAP. And then I do have a Facebook group specifically for my retreats. It's called Sun-Kissed Stampin' Retreats with Jen. This is the Facebook group name, so you can go in there and sign up if you haven't done that yet. And I post little updates in there as well. So if you're interested in that, make sure to join that group, okay? And then last but not least, I do have Stampin' Blends labels for sale. These are a one-time purchase of $5. Once you download it, or once you purchase it, you'll get the download instructions. And like I said, it's a one-time purchase. So after you purchase this, when I make future labels, they'll get automatically emailed to you. You won't have to go in and sign up for anything. It'll just automatically be sent to you, okay? It has the instructions of how to apply these to your markers at the top left here, but you just print this on basic white paper. You cut along these dotted lines, you punch the circles out with a 3/8 inch circle punch. You add a mini glue dot and put it on the back of your marker. So I did spend hours and hours going through putting these together, almost going cross-eyed. So that's why there is a charge for it. But you're going to love these labels. I have all of the current current colors, excuse me. I have the natural tones, the 23 to 25 in colors that just retired, the current 24 to 26 in colors, and the new 25 to 27 in colors are all listed on here, okay? So again, that link is in the description below this video. If you're interested, it's only $5 to purchase that. All right, let's get into today's project. I love this so much. It is this little card right here. And I don't know if you can tell, but I did put some Wink of Stella on those dark purple hearts. So there is a little extra shimmer in there. And then you open it up and you've got the little hearts down there. I left it pretty blank for the most part, but I just love this so much. It's this Blackberry Bliss is the cardstock base. This paper is from that celebratory Sips paper pack that goes with the Cheers and Sips suite. I just love it. So I used the colors in this paper. So you can see these flowers are like this bubble bath color. So that's how I picked those. I put a little pop of green, that's Old Olive there. And then the Blackberry Bliss card base. So that's how we got those. All right. So, and the measurements are in the description below, as well as the PDF tutorial. You can click on the link for the PDF tutorial and download it right now. So, like I said, actually, I think this is Granny Apple Green, not Old Olive. I need to fix that. Yeah, that's Granny Apple Green. I'll fix that in the tutorial after I'm done here. You love the card with the black. I know, I love Blackberry Bliss. I use it a lot in the fall because it's that deep, rich purple that you see in fall colors. I love it. Hold on. All right, so we are going to burnish card base here. All right, and then like I said, I've got my bubble bath, and I've already run this through the embossing folder. This is the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder that we use for this guy, and that's bubble bath. I just love it. It's such a nice color combo here. Yeah, that's Granny Apple Green. Okay. So what I always recommend when you have an embossed piece, I always recommend using liquid glue because you have all these ridges on your paper. If you use a tape runner, there's a good chance that tape runner will catch along some of those ridges and tear your paper. Plus that tape runner isn't going to get inside all these ridges as well. So we're going to use liquid glue on the back here. And just a light layer. You don't want to go too heavy with liquid glue because then it looks like you have blobs underneath your paper. Oh, and we're going to put this on our Granny Apple Green layer first. I forgot I layered this one. So you're going to have just a teeny tiny border all the way around. And with having these small borders, it makes it easier for you to move your paper around if you need to. So I like to hold the paper with one hand and use the other hand to flatten that glue out underneath. There we go. Just like that. It's already looking good. Aw, thanks, Mom. You always like my cards, though. She's a little biased. Jeannie Nuttles, my mom, she's always my biggest cheerleader. Her and my husband, they're always supporting me, doing big things for me. All right, so now I'm going to use, since this is flat, I like to use Stampin' Seal Plus. I live, Roz, you'll probably back me up on this, living in a humid climate, you need something really strong or else your pieces will come apart on your cards. So that's why I like to use Stampin' Seal Plus. And put that on. So there's that. Now these pieces are 2 by 4 inches. And just to kind of give it a little interest in the background here, we're just going to kind of put these on just like that. Oh, why does it look so far away? There we go. Sorry about that. So you just want maybe about 1/2 inch separating those two. And you can see I have the patterns all lined up. And then we'll use a little bit of liquid glue again for this since we're putting it on an embossed piece. So light layer of liquid glue. We don't want a crazy amount. Also, if you put too much liquid glue down, it will make your paper kind of bubble up from all that liquid. So, and having these nice lines on our plaid folder helps us get our paper straight here too. So that's a nice little added bonus using this plaid embossing folder. All right. I've had cards where, you know, sometimes you make a card and it sits around a little bit and then you go to grab it, and because you're in the humidity, it just starts peeling apart if the adhesive you used is kind of cheap or not very strong, especially. That I've had cards just fall apart on me, and I'm always so sad when that happens. All right, so there's those layers right there. So now, for our little treat jar here, I've got a little tip for you. And you may have seen this already, but you may not have. So, excuse me. The sweet, oh, I keep saying treat jar, sweet jar. Treat, sweet, tomato, tomato, right? So, for this, you'll notice you're punching out more than one piece. So if you have a punch like this where there's multiple pieces that you're going to be punching out, what I recommend doing is taking a piece of basic white and just sticking that punch in there and punching it out. Now we've got a little template here, and we can line up our stamps from the Sweet Jar bundle. If you haven't seen this, oh my gosh, this is an awesome bundle. You can make these little pieces, could be chocolate chips, chocolate chip cookies. Like you can layer these little dots over it to make chocolate chip cookies. You've got 4-leaf clovers for my friends that like to make St. Patrick's Day cards. You've got little hearts and candles. We're using these 2 hearts. We're going to layer these on top of this heart base, and we're going to use some of these extra hearts as well. And you'll see there's a little 4-leaf clover to go with this, so you have a little accent piece. But there's so many nice things. You can use this for birthday, thinking of you, miss you, just letting people know that you're thinking about them, or the sending, you could do, was it sending a little luck your way for that St. Patrick's Day? It's just so nice. So, all right, so we punched out our template. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take those stamps and we're going to line them up in those spaces where we punched out. Okay, we're going to use that as like a little guide, basically. So what you want to do, I'm going to zoom in so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. So you're going to take that stamp and just line it up just until you'll kind of feel when it's in place, because it'll kind of slide in there in between that opening right there, okay? And once it's in place like that, we're gonna take our stamp block. I'm gonna do it like this because it's a little bit longer. And we're just going to press down, and now it's positioned exactly where it needs to be to stamp so that we can just punch everything out at once. So awesome. Hi, Evelyn from Germany. Thanks so much for joining us. We're making this cute little sweet jar bundle. I keep saying treat jar, sweet jar bundle card. This is the one we're making right now. All right, so we're gonna take our Tuxedo Black Memento ink, and we're gonna ink this up really good. Really, really good. Okay, and then we're gonna stamp this. And push it really hard, make sure we get a nice solid image, just like that. Then we're gonna take, I'm using Fresh Freesia and Blackberry Bliss, okay? So the Fresh Freesia is what we're gonna use for our background hearts right here. And I already have them on a block. And this is this little background image for the hearts right here. You love the stamp set? It's a good one. It is a good one. Okay, so now, I just got my fingers all in that. The pad got away from me. Okay, so when we line this up, we want to actually line it up along this little line that's on the inside of the jar. It's not wide enough to go to that outside line. It's just gonna go in that inside line right there. So that's what we're using to line this up. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see what I'm doing here. So right here, using those inside lines, just like that. So you'll see what I'm talking about here. It lines up with that inside line, not the outside line, okay? And we're gonna do the same thing, but this time using Blackberry Bliss with our detailed heart. So this is the one that goes over the top of that. It's this one down here. And we're going to use Blackberry Bliss. We're going to ink this one up really good. And again, we're going to line that up as best we can using that Fresh Freesia. And you can kind of see those hearts line up with these pieces too. So do our best. I have a camera right in my face, so it's a little hard to line them up. Oh, that worked out pretty well, actually. Yay! And that is how you line those up. Now, when we go to punch it, it should be, it should punch out really nicely. Roz says, Dollar Tree has adorable plastic candy jars. You made treat jars for your grandkids' teachers and made a card with a sweet treat set coordinated. Oh, that's a good idea, Evelyn, or Roz, excuse me. I'll have to go and check that out. I'm always looking for treat ideas. So now you see, because we lined those up, we can punch it out all at once, just like that. It lines up in the punch perfectly. Ta-da! And now we're gonna glue this right on top of there. So cute, I love that. That's such a cool tip. I've seen that on the internet a couple times and I thought, that is genius. Okay, so we have this little, so you may be like, well, why didn't we just stamp right on here? Well, if we would have stamped right on here, that jar lid isn't gonna line up on top of the, well, I guess I could have stamped it. I wanted to punch it. I could have stamped the jar and then stamped the lid on top of it. You can do that, but I like the little extra accent with the white and everything. So that's why I did that separately. I like punches too. So I guess I could have done it that way. Do it whichever way you want. But I also wanted to share that little hack with the punch. So that was a big reason I did it separately. So now we're going to take that Miss You Bunches and the Blackberry Bliss, and I've got a 2 3/4 inch square here, and I'm going to stamp In the bottom center, oh, you can't see that, sorry. Evelyn says, thanks for the idea, Roz. I could make some for colleagues when they start school again after summer break. Yep, that's true. That is a good idea. Debbie says, I hope Stampin' Up does a holiday stamp set. Oh, Debbie, that's a good idea. And that reminds me, if you're a demonstrator, tomorrow you will get to see the new online exclusives that are coming out for July, and those are almost always Halloween and fall and Christmas. So yes, Debbie. Oh, I hope you're right. That would be really cool to have like little candy canes or like peppermint pieces on the inside or little gingerbread men floating around. I cracked myself up. Little gingerbread guys in your jar. All right, so we're gonna put this, again, you could do that, you could pop this up if you wanted to. I'm gonna put it on flat. So I'm gonna put a little bit of liquid glue on here. And then we're gonna put our little jar top on there, and then we're gonna glue the whole thing down. Oh man, Debbie got me so excited about that now. I'm hoping they coordinate that. That would be such a good idea. All right. So if you kind of look at the back, you can line up the back of the jar with the middle of that lid, and that kind of helps you line everything up too. Mom says, good idea, Debbie. Evelyn says, that would be really cool, Debbie, but if not, couldn't one just use some small Christmas stamps? That's true. If there's a small Christmas stamp, maybe we can just get it to work and make our own version of it. That's very true, Evelyn. All right, so we're just gonna glue this down in the middle. I could have used my Stampin' Seal Plus, but that glue gives me an extra little bit of wiggle room to make sure everything's straight. So we're just gonna pop that down. Now, we're gonna put Stampin' Seal Plus on the back. Endless ideas with the jar, Lori, that's right. That jar, I love a good punch. So I was super excited when this came out because it's different, you know? We get circle punches, which are great, but sometimes you just want something a little different. So this we're gonna pop up in the center. Put some dimensionals on here. Don't forget to use those edge pieces. Always got to use those. Oh man, I love Christmas and Halloween. I'm so excited about this new release. I can't wait to see what they come out with. I always get so into it so early in the middle of summer, and then by like November, I'm so burnt out on all that stuff. All right, so we just centered that right in the front. Now we're gonna take our Wink of Stella glitter brush here. And you want to be careful because I noticed when I went to color over the Blackberry Bliss, it picks up that color and it'll bleed a little bit. So you don't want to go too crazy with it. You just want to lightly color inside where those hearts are and give it a little extra shimmer and shine here. Just a little something to add to the card. If I can add Wink of Stella to a project, I will. I love glitter, and this fine glitter just makes everything look so nice, especially Christmas cards. These are great for Christmas cards. But you can kind of, I don't know if you can see, but like the edge of the brush is starting to turn a little bit of a dark purple. So like I said, it will pick up that color and it'll bleed onto the white. So you want to try your best to stay in the line so it doesn't bleed all over the place. Oh, thank you so much, Barbara. I'm so glad you like it. A little Band-Aid for Get Well cards. Oh, that's a good idea, Lori. But see, so now I've got all that shine from that Wink of Stella. Now we are going to add some of these holographic resin dots. I love these. These are part of that celebratory sip suite as well. They kind of look like little bubbles, I think. So I really like those. So we're gonna take a big one and do it at the bottom left down here. And then we're gonna take another big one and do it kind of to the right. And then a small one, oops. I had a little strip left over, so I glued it on there. I taped it on there. A small one to the top left right there. Now we're gonna do the inside. Oh, thanks so much, Lori. I'm glad you like this card. So for the inside, like I said, I left it pretty blank. We're just gonna do this little heart down here. So I have that little heart trio on a stamp. And we're just gonna take some Blackberry Bliss, and I did add Wink of Stella to that too, so we'll do that here in a second. You could add another little message inside, but I just decided to keep mine blank. So we're just gonna stamp right there. And then we'll add it to the inside, add some Wink of Stella, and we'll be good to go. And then we'll get into our Q&A session here shortly. Again, this is Granny Apple Green. Gotta update that tutorial that I wrote, because I'm pretty sure I put Old Olive in the tutorial, but it's definitely Granny Apple Green. It's bright, bright, bright. All right. So this goes on the inside. Oh, not that one. This is the one we're working on. Just a little border. I like that pop of green on the inside. Gives it extra brightness. And then again, we're going to use that Wink of Stella on those hearts down here. And voila, there is our card. Got some extra little shimmer in there. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you. Okay, so as promised, here you're gonna see my beautiful face again. So what are your questions? Do you have any questions for the Sweet BOGO sale tomorrow? Now, as I mentioned, the last chance products that are added will be part of the BOGO sale. The last chance, the July pre-order items, if you're a demonstrator, you'll be able to take advantage of those as part of the pre-order sale as well. That has been confirmed from Stampin' Up. I've seen it multiple places, and I think it's even on the promotion page. If you're a demonstrator, you can go in and see that. So the July pre-order items, if you're a demonstrator, the last chance products, and any current suites are all part of that sale. So basically how it works is you can take any item. So you can take a whole suite and a whole suite, and you'll get the lower priced of the two items half off, and it'll all just automatically come out in your cart. You can mix and match. You can take paper from one suite and a stamp set from another suite. Again, the lower priced item will be the half off item. I highly, highly, highly recommend keeping your items as close together in price as possible, because again, the cheapest item is going to be, or lower priced item is what's going to be half off. So if you have a suite and a pack of paper, you're not really getting the best deal, right? Because that pack paper is $12.50. A suite could be like $90. That $12.50 item is what's going to be half off. So if you may even want to do multiple orders, like do an order with just a couple suites, or do an order with just a couple bundles. And the bundles, you still get the 10% savings, as well as if you buy a bundle from a suite and buy another bundle from a suite, you get those 10% savings from each bundle. And then the lower price bundle is also half off. So it's a great, great, great discount. All right, any questions? I'll give you guys a couple minutes, maybe you're typing, but that's the gist of it. I did a big Q&A document that I sent out in my weekly newsletter yesterday. I send a newsletter out every Sunday. There was a big Q&A document. If you're on my email list, check your email for that. I'll try to post something similar. If anybody has questions, I can post it, but I don't have anything planned. So no questions about the sale. It's pretty clear. Okay. So what time does it start? I knew that was going to be a question. I was just about to say that one. Let me look here and double check. It starts online. Oh, wait, does it say? It just says the deadline. So I believe, Lori, it's midnight Mountain Time, which for Eastern Time would be 2 a.m. tomorrow morning is when it should go live, because that's usually when Stampin' Up! Does it. They do it at like 12:01 a.m. is when it should be loaded. So whatever that is for you in your time zone, it's 12:01 a.m. Mountain Time. I believe. I don't see anything on here about the time. It just says the dates. So, but I believe that's when it starts. That's usually when they do their promotions. Any other questions? Give you a minute in case you're typing. But that was a pretty quick project today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Debbie, you're onto something with that Christmas jar. I like that idea. You're welcome, Lori. All right, well, if nobody else has any questions, I will get off of here. I'm gonna go get some lunch. I'm getting pretty hungry. My son just woke up and had breakfast about 20 minutes before I got on here. I woke him up. That boy would sleep until noon if I let him, I think. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. As I said, if you have any questions, if you're watching the replay and didn't get a chance to join us for the Q&A and you have a question, drop it in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I believe, like I said, I believe at 12:01 a.m. Mountain Time is when it'll start. So whatever that is in your time zone, you can get up and check it, okay? I will be up bright and early checking everything, so... All right, Evelyn, thanks so much for joining me. Like I said, guys, thanks so much. I will be back again next week with another awesome project. And until then, have a great week. I hope you are super excited about the sale tomorrow. And if you have any questions, reach out. I'm here for you anytime, all right? All right, have a great week. Be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.